How you going? How you going? How you going? Welcome back to the movie pod, and welcome back to another rendition of our series, being the Road to Fast X. This
Sir.
series is, the series is just kind of like a lead up to Fast 10.
Yeah, lead up, yeah.
That comes out middle of April, May, sorry.
May
And so,
19th.
yeah, we've already done the first Fast and Furious movie, the Fast and Furious. We did that. What?
Yeah.
When did that episode come out?
Today, mate.
Today.
This-
Oh, we're doing them consecutively. Okay.
Yeah, this coming out today, too. Gotta catch back up.
Alrighty. Yeah, mate. Alright. Well, yeah, Fast 1. Already done it. Pretty good. Short video, but it was good. And today, obviously, we're gonna do Too
Very
Fast, Too
iconic
Furious,
movie.
which is my
Yeah.
second favourite movie.
Oh, number
Alright,
2
fair
in the
enough.
franchise, and you're number 2. Look at that.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just too good.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so we'll get straight into it.
Yeah, man, the road to Fast
Which Road to Fast X.
Yeah.
Now, what are
I
your
know.
first initial thoughts of this movie?
Okay, I love this movie. When I think of this movie, I changed my LEDs and my lightsaber color here to blue because when I think of this movie, I think of Brian's Skyline, the iconic Skyline. Favorite
sir.
car in the whole of the franchise is
I think it's
silver.
most people's favorite car.
Yeah, bro, is silver. R34. You know, I'm basic. Yeah, R34. Love that car. RX-7. Love that car. Like R34 and RX-7 are my two favorite dream cars.
Oh,
you know,
you're such a 16-year-old child.
Okay, yeah, mate. Basic. As I said, I'm basic. I admit it. And the underglow of the blue is so
Oof.
nice. Like I dream to have that. Obviously, it's illegal to have underglow in Australia. But I dream to have that underglow. Whenever I think of Too Fast, Too Furious, I think of bright colors. Suki's pink.
S2000.
S2000, S2K. I absolutely love that car. It's just such a bright movie. You know, the colors of the car, I absolutely loved it. Connects again, it's a really well done car community movie, and then this is the movie where we start going on to our missions. Brian,
Yes.
of course, we meet back up with Brian. No Dominic Toretto in this movie, and we get
Now he's in
introduced.
Miami, Florida.
He's in
which is,
Miami, Florida. Yes. Now there's actually a short film. It's not really a film, but a short little video that is canon. I've seen many times. You can find it on YouTube, and it's set in between number 1 and 2, and it just has Brian driving over to Miami. Have you ever seen it? They actually went out and filmed it. It's a natural. It's like It's like 16
I
minutes
can't
long.
say I have.
It's called Lost. No, it's not called that. That's the other little one. There's two. There's one set in between 1 and 2, and then one set in between 3 and 4. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'll
Yep.
send you the video link, dude. It is really good. We see Brian getting his R34. It's a silver, and he gets it done up. The police are after him
Yep.
still, and you know he's hiding, and he gets to Miami, and it's really good. You know, Paul Walker actually.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Paul Walker directed it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's canon in there.
Yeah, this is the movie where Paul bought
the rights.
the Too Fast and Furious because he just loved it so
Loved
much.
it,
Oh, I'm
loved
pretty sure
it.
it was after this one.
Yeah, good on him. You know, I love this movie. Roman, we get introduced to Roman. As I said last episode, my favorite character up there with Brian. My two favorite characters is Brian and Roman. And this movie, they're the two main characters, so I love it. You know, we get Tej as well. Good old Tej. And then you know he meets Roman, and then the rest is history. You know, they become best buddies. But yeah, when I think of Too Fast, Too Furious, I think of bright colors, and I absolutely love it, dude.
Yeah, no, definitely. It is a lot more of a brighter movie. It's got obviously the what are they? Pretty sure it is a Camaro, the blue Camaro, and the orange Dodge Challenger.
And then there's
And then obviously they've got the Spider,
the Spider, the purple
and then
Spider, and the
Evo, the purple
green-
Spider, and the
green
yellow Evo.
Yellow, was it yellow?
Green? It's yellow. It's yellow, bro.
It's a yellow Evo. Okay. I just want to confirm that, so doing a quick internet search.
Yeah.
Too Fast, Too Furious Evo. Is it yellow?
I
It's
guess
green! I know it!
It's not green.
Search it up right now, otherwise you're colorblind. Check Discord chat, I will put an image in there right now. It is green. Oh, I'm so glad I did my Google search. Oh, buddy. Look at that. Check Discord chat. Look at that, buddy.
I'm waiting for it. It's not loading,
Look
bro. It's
at
not coming.
that,
Nothing's
buddy.
coming through.
Look. It's loading. It's
Nothing's
loading.
coming through.
It's loading. Look at that. That is
There it is.
green. Okay, you cannot deny it.
Yeah, okay.
cannot
It's kind
deny-
of green.
That is green.
It's a very yellow-green color.
It's green regardless, alright, Mike? I was right. I'm so glad I did that to you. So
Yeah.
Bit it. It's green.
Yes, so you're kind of right. It's definitely
I'm not
kind
kinda
of
right, I
a
am
little bit
right.
green.
A little
Whatever.
bit. Okay.
Okay. All right, whatever. But anyway, it's a very nice Evo. But yeah, they've all got all the. I feel like this movie has some of the most
Best
iconic cars.
cars.
Like,
And bro,
yeah,
in the garage
besides
scene,
the Supra and the
sorry about
and
anything,
Dom's
but
car,
the garage
it's
scene when all of the cars come out, one of my favorite scenes in the
Oh,
rest of the
yeah.
movie. Like, oh,
It's a great
that
scene.
is crazy. And then the police like, yeah, that's a miracle.
Oh, it's got some of the most like memorable lines too. Ejecto Cedo, cuz.
Yeah, the card lines. Oh man,
Bro, that line from Roman, Ejecto Cedo.
bro,
It's one of my favorite lines
Ro-
ever in cinema,
I
ever.
love Roman.
Like,
He's the comedic relief.
he is.
But I don't just love him for that. You know, I love Roman, and he just cracks me up. I love him, a great personality, and this movie really set up his character well, and his friendship between Brian O'Connor.
Bro, oh, I just feel like this movie has so much more to give. Like, the villain in this movie, what's his name? I'm blanking. I think it's not.
Varone.
Carter Verone.
Carter Varone. When are we gonna see him again? Because we know what he says to Roman.
Yes.
I'll be back. Well, you know, he says,
Yeah.
once I get out of prison,
I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon. and then
Then
Brian
Roman's
says, Roman says he's not getting out, is he? And Brian says, oh, he's gonna whoop your ass when he's out. And then, bro,
Yeah.
why aren't they doing anything with that? With number 10, they're going back to F5's villain. Jason Momoa is going to be his son. They need to bring him back, Carter. Surely they do it, right? He gets out of prison finally. Like, I don't understand why they haven't done it.
No,
Surely,
I think
right?
Carter is a great villain.
They have to
Like,
bring
I
him
think he's
back.
one of the better solo antagonists. Because, so what?
Yeah.
In the first movie, they don't focus so much on the gang, like Johnny Tran and stuff. Like, they're more so. Yes, they are the antagonists, but there's more problems in the movie than just them. Whereas the main problem in 2 is Carter, whereas in, like, say, Tokyo Drift, it is a lot of DK.
Yes. I think that's why people like Tokyo Drift a lot more, because it's more like in the first one, because there isn't a villain in your face, and it's not typical.
But I kind of like that, because it makes everything else, having a simple but good antagonist, like, he's a good antagonist, but having a simple antagonist means that you can focus more on the other things. And I think that's what they do well.
Yeah, I agree.
Like they focus on the side characters. What's his name? The mechanic. Little bold guy, the one that works on Brian's car. Do you know what I'm talking about? I forget his name.
Bold guy, angry looking face.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like the mechanic, and then we get the introduction of Tej, and Suki, who we don't see again, but she's a really cool character.
Oh, yeah, well, her actress retired, but it'd been really nice to see her again. Obviously, they ever go back to Miami, dude, surely, you know?
Yeah, and like they just and focus more on Brian as a character. You get a little backstory, and Roman. I just think in this movie, because the antagonist Carter is so easy to, he is a basic villain, but he's not a bad villain. But it allows them to really focus on these characters, which for the most part they will continue to evolve, like Tej, Brian, and Roman.
I definitely agree. Yeah, I think that's the beauty of Too Fast Furious. Makes it memorable. I feel like it's the black sheep of the franchise, dude. It's not ever regarded in any way except Roman's first movie.
No, 4 was my black sheep.
4's. Oh, but Letty died. Oh, yeah, but then now, no, because Letty dies, and that's really dragged on, and even in 9, her getting her memory back.
Yeah, I definitely get what you mean. Like, the only reason Too Fast and Furious is the way it is because Vin didn't want to come back to the franchise.
Yeah, well, they didn't offer him enough. They couldn't afford him. and that's why
Oh, you big suck.
Tokyo Drift number 3. They couldn't afford. Universal couldn't afford to have anyone back,
Big.
which is why they did a whole new cast, and
Yeah.
they did it well. And the way they put it
Yeah.
into the franchise, Tokyo Drift sits before 7, after 6. It sits in nice. But yeah, I think the Too Fast Furious is the black sheep. It's not guarded in any way, really, except for it's got the iconic cars. But in the franchise, yeah, Brian goes on to have a R34. We see it in F9 at the end, driving into the driveway. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's the start of Roman. Is Tejin number 1?
No.
No,
His
Tejin
introduction is at
but-
the start of 2, where they're doing the drag race. Where they're doing the street race.
and he calls in Brian. But yeah,
Yeah.
apart from that, this movie is really forgotten about. I feel like it is. Like when I think of Fast and Furious, I think of the cars and stuff. I don't particularly think of Too Fast, Too Furious. I don't. I'm more.
I get it.
I'm more think when someone says the word Fast and Furious, I think of the first thing I think of is F7, Furious 7. Don't know why, but I think because that's probably the most emotional, straining movie of them all. I don't know, but I feel like this one it's left out a lot, like discussions online too. I don't know. It's just it feels like it doesn't sit right. Like it's such a different movie to the rest. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's top 4, top 3, top 3. It goes, yeah. It goes 1. Mine goes 17.
7-2.
1752 or 1725. So I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. But
I do get what you mean. It does kind of stand out, but I think the reason is, so as we discussed before, the reason I like 2 is because it's very 2000s-y, like it's very early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
Just like the first one.
Yeah.
Whereas we got Tokyo Drift, right, and that kind of steps it up a notch. Maybe it's just because it's the setting change, and Tokyo is a lot more like advanced
If they
place.
didn't do Tokyo Drift, I don't think the franchise would be Tokyo. This is controversial, but I think Tokyo Drift saved Fast and Furious franchise. We'll talk about.
I get that.
I'll go
I get
into more
that.
of that when we get up to Tokyo Drift.
But my point being, so after 2, so yeah, it goes to Tokyo Drift in 2006, so that it's kind of really leaving like the early 2000s drag race, street race, Need for Speed, PS2 era, and then we jump into 4, which takes place in 2009, and then it kind of really switches up. Like 4 really switches it from the drag racy,
the racing.
Like it has those elements, but just the way that it
I agree.
feels, the first and second one feel like they were made when they were made.
Car movies, mate. Yeah, I agree. And then number 4.
So I kind of think that's why 2 stands out a little bit, because it's 1 is so iconic, and so like obviously 1's going to be important. If 1 was put at 3 and there was a different movie for 1, I think 1 would be in the same boat. But it's just because 2 is stuck in that eerie time period where it's like we're still in the 2000s, but we're not that connected to the rest of the franchise. So it's like,
and yeah, I agree.
If they did 2 in 2009, I think it'd be a significantly different movie and would be liked a lot more.
I agree. I think 1 and 2 is really the car ones, and same with Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
And the fact Tokyo Drift is set later than when it was made. I binged late last year, so only a few months ago. I binged every Fast and Furious movie with my mate. We watched it canonically order, so we put Tokyo Drift after 6 and before 7. So we went 1, 2, and then 4, 5, 6, Tokyo Drift, 7. And at 6, he was starting to like get sick of it. Like he was losing interest in it. He loved number 1, number 2. He didn't like number 4. Because we obviously skipped Tokyo Drift because that's set later. And then number 5, he was mid about, which was surprising. Number 6, he didn't like. And then we watched Tokyo Drift, and he's like, finally, there's cars in it again. So, the first 3 really that were released were more focused on the cars, and then, as you said, with number 4, when it steps up. So, canonically, number 2 is the last.
Chronologically?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Well, canon. Yeah, chronologically.
Oh, canon. Yeah, canon. Sorry, I thought. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and so it's special because it's that, and then after this one you go to number 4 if you watch it in order. Um and so it's totally different vibe. And as you said, if it was made in 2009, it wouldn't be the movie it is now. So I think I really love it for that reason. But yeah, it's an iconic movie to me, but it doesn't stand out within Fast and Furious at all, in my opinion. Like, I don't think it stands out as a Fast and Furious movie. Um, it is more of a Fast and Furious movie, you could say, than the others, but I don't know. It's the black sheep to me, but I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And I would, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. To be honest, I know I gave number one a 10 out of 10. I stand by that. I'd give this an 8 out of 10. It's a good movie. It is a bit cringy, the dialogue, but as you said, it's got those iconic lines. But an 8 out of 10 sits right with me. Yeah.
What do you mean? What lines are cringy?
Dude, as you said that, yes, they are iconic. Yeah, yes, they are iconic. It's like the Star Wars prequels, iconic lines, but they are a bit cringy.
Name a cringy line.
The
Give me a
car,
cringy line.
the car, the cars, causes.
That's just 2000s, bro.
Yeah, okay, but I feel like the dialogue is a bit. Even like Tedge's lines, kind of. I don't remember in particularly the ones, but there's not the portrayal of them. Their acting is great, but I don't know what
Don't worry
I'm
about it,
trying to.
car.
But like, bro, yeah, I don't know. It's got those iconic lines, but I feel like it's cringy. Um, but it's a good movie, dude. It's my third or fourth favorite. I give it an 8 out of 10.
I give it a nine and a
Yeah,
half. Like, as
I
I
knew that
said,
was coming.
I think, as I said, the first one's great, and this one just builds on it. Like, the cars are better in this
Yeah,
one. I feel like the characters are more fleshed out in this one.
yeah.
Um, I think the villain's better in this one. The setting,
I just love number one
I
because
think
it's
the
so good.
setting's better in this one. I think we get more of Miami.
Yeah. I think the
Um,
settings. Yeah. This
this
one
one's funnier. I think just whatever the first one did, this one did
This one
better.
did better. Okay, I can agree with you. I just like the first one more. I probably
The first one's more
the
nostalgic. I
okay.
do
The
understand that.
top four, I love all the same. Number 7 has a different place in my heart for particular reasons. That one's a whole different emotional vibe. But it's this is in my top 3, 4, and overall my top 4 really has I love them all for the same reasons. Except 7, it stands alone as a different kind of vibe for particular reasons. Um, but yeah, this one I just like 1 because it's the first one. It's just like you with Star Wars. Isn't A New Hope your favorite Star Wars movie?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
definitely I understand it. It's just nostalgia. It's the
yeah,
beginning of something great. Like, I can't look past it being the starter of something good.
yeah. Like it
Um,
wasn't the first. The first Fast and Furious movie I watched was Hobbs and Shaw. Um, it was alright. It was a rock movie. It was alright. And then I watched F8 and F9. I didn't like them, but I'm like, how about I binge it? I do remember the Too Fast, Too Furious poster stuck out to me because it was grayed. Like the characters were grayed, and then you have the cars in the middle that are really bright. That stood out to me. That's really good poster marketing there. So I watched number 1 and I absolutely loved it. Then I watched number 2, and I watched the whole franchise. And this was only 2020, I think it was. And I'm a recent start Fast and Furious fan. Only a few years. Um, but the fact that Hobbs and Shaw was the first Fast and Furious movie I watched was crazy. And then F8, which is my least favorite Fast and Furious movie. I hate F8. And then
yeah,
F9 again, which was pretty bad. And then I watched 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then it went on. Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Um,
I'm gonna watch Too Fast and Furious again tonight. I actually am. It's actually
I'm in the
great.
Tokyo Drift kind of vibe. I want to watch Tokyo Drift. But yeah, I give it a 8 out of 10. You give it a solid 9. 9.5. But yeah, guys,
We'll go for 9.5, guys.
it's iconic. It definitely is. The cars, very iconic. Out of all the Fast and Furious movies, this one has the best cars, most iconic cars, most memorable cars, and the colors, man, colors. This is so. I love it. It makes Brian's skyline makes me want to have freaking underglow. You know.
Yeah, like seriously, it's in there for probably about
Australia, make it legal to have
10
underglow.
minutes.
Like
The
it's
Nissan's probably in it for about like 20 minutes of the movie, but it's so iconic.
It is, dude. I love
But
it.
the Evo's in it for probably about a good hour of the movie. The Evo and the Spider, they're in it
Yeah,
for a
they're
good
in it.
hour, but they're not as iconic.
No, no. I can say skylines are already iconic, and then the color, the
I'm not
underglow,
that big of.
bro. Yeah, the
I think the
underglow's what's.
okay.
Yes, the
Every
R34 is overrated.
14,
Yes, I know.
every 14-year-old boy can get mad at me, but the R34 is overrated. I
It
said
is
it then. I
overrated.
said it when I was that age.
Okay, it is
But
overrated. I am 16. It's one of my favorite cars. It's overrated, but I still think it's one of my favorite cars. I think it looks nice. I think it sounds nice when it's tuned
oh,
right. I think
I
it's
think they're great cars.
yeah, it's overrated, but that doesn't mean I can't like love it. And when it, like you
No,
can say
again, I think
I'm
they're great
hopping on the
cars.
bandwagon.
Just
I'm not. I love it.
yeah, I think there is like
There
uh
is,
yeah,
but I'm
there
not on it.
definitely is.
I generally love the
But
car.
when you look at the other R30s, like the R32, the
R32,
R33,
R33, R33 is the most underrated. R33 is
yes.
better than R32. R34 is better than R33 in my opinion.
Well, yeah, it's going to be. That's just
It
how
goes up.
technology
I
upgrades. Like
don't
the
like
R35,
R32.
like the Nissan GTR, the
I like the
R35
R35.
is better.
Yeah, I don't like the R32. I like the R30.
Yeah,
The R30 and
yeah,
R31. Don't like the R32. No, don't like that one.
yeah. But
Yeah.
the Nissan GTR, the 2012
Yeah.
GTR, which was the R35, had the highest 0 to 60 for like
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
don't know
going
a
to.
decade.
Yeah.
And then they upgraded to the 2017 GTR, which I don't
And
think
then
beat it, to be honest.
they discontinued GTRs. Rip.
Did they?
Yes. They did.
I suppose they weren't getting.
I'm pretty
They
sure.
probably weren't
In the
selling.
last year. I'm pretty sure.
They're
But
not
yeah.
very practical cars.
I love them, dude. Too
And
Fast
Nissan just
Furious.
makes practical
Yeah, they did.
cars now.
Yeah. Let us know what you thought of Too Fast, Too Furious. We love it. Our top, Joseph's what, your second favorite?
Second.
Yeah,
Second
my
favorite.
third or fourth favorite. Absolutely love it. 8 out of 10 by me. 9.5 out of 10 for Joseph. Let us know what you thought of the movie. Are you hyped for Fast X? Because we're on the road to Fast X. Only about like 2 months to go. So, yeah, it's gonna be here quick. May's another
Yes,
jam-packed
sir.
month. But hey, we'll see you guys in the next episode of the Movie Pod. Thanks for listening to our review on Too Fast, Too Furious. Alrighty, guys. See you next time.
Too fast. Too furious.
It's about family. Gotta end it with that.
Oh,